Welcome to the Appiah Counselling podcast, where we explore the questions people generally ask about mental health, emotions, relationships, and personal growth. Today's question: what makes someone feel emotionally safe? Over the next few minutes, let's explore what psychology tells us, where common misunderstandings come from, and what this might mean in everyday life. So, when people hear the word safe, they often think about physical safety, having a roof over your head, being protected from danger, but emotional safety is something quite different. It's the feeling that you can be yourself without constantly worrying about being criticized, dismissed, or rejected. It's knowing you can express how you feel without wondering whether someone will use it against you later. One thing I've often noticed in counseling is that people rarely say, I don't feel emotionally safe. Instead, they say things like, I don't know why I never tell them how I really feel. Or, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. Or, I've just found it easier to keep things to myself. Those statements often point towards the same underlying experience. Imagine you've had a difficult day. You finally decide to tell someone about it. Before you've even finished speaking, they interrupt. Oh, you're overthinking it. It's not that bad. Other people have had it worse. Perhaps they're trying to help. But you've learned in that moment is that your feelings aren't being explored. They're being evaluated. Now imagine the same conversation with someone else. They simply say, that sounds really difficult. Tell me more. Nothing about your situation has changed, but your experience has. Carl Rogers believed that people flourish when they experience empathy, genuineness, and unconditional positive regard. In layman's terms, feeling heard, feeling accepted, and feeling understood. Those experiences create emotional safety. One common misunderstanding is believing emotional safety means never disagreeing. It doesn't. Some of the healthiest relationships include disagreement. The difference is how those disagreements are handled. Can two people disagree without attacking each other's character? Can they stay curious instead of defensive? Can they repair afterwards? That's where emotional safety often grows. Let's think beyond romantic relationships. Imagine an adult daughter calling her father. She shares exciting ideas she's been thinking about. Before she's even finished, he points out everything that could go wrong. He probably believes he's protecting her. She experiences something different. She gradually stops sharing her ideas. Not because she doesn't love him, because she no longer expects to feel understood or think about a friendship. Our friends always change subject whenever emotions appear. Over time, conversations become lighter, but also shallower. The friendship continues, yet something important quietly disappears. Emotional safety isn't built through grand gestures, it's built through hundreds of ordinary moments. Listening without immediately fixing, asking questions instead of making assumptions, allowing someone to finish speaking, remembering what matters to them, apologizing when you've caused hurt, even if it wasn't your intention. Research consistently shows that feeling emotionally supported is associated with better mental well being, healthy relationships, and greater resilience during stressful periods. Perhaps that's because humans have always depended on safe relationships. Long before we understood psychology, we understood connection. Here's something worth considering. Sometimes the safest person in your life isn't the person who always has the right advice. It's the person who allows you to think out loud without making you feel foolish. The person who doesn't rush you, who doesn't compete with your emotions, who doesn't make your vulnerability about themselves. Maybe emotional safety isn't about finding perfect people. Maybe it's about creating small moments where people feel accepted enough to be honest. And before we finish, I'd like to leave you with one question. Who in your life makes it easier to be yourself? And just as importantly, how emotionally safe do you think other people feel around you? Thank you for listening. Until next time, take care of yourself and take a little time to reflect on that question.